It's all about Bob. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Thunderbolts. The movie stars Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Sebastian Stan, Lewis Pullman, Hannah John Kamen, Wyatt Russell, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. It's a stacked cast. Right off the back, it's an MCU movie. We have post-credit scenes. There's two of them. And the last scene actually leads to something in the MCU. And I think that's been a big problem with MCU movies recently, where you get a stinger and it doesn't lead to anything new. It's just like, oh, it was there, and then you forget about it. And this one will actually lead to something new, and it's exciting. It's a good step in the right direction for MCU movies. In terms of story, it's compared to Suicide Squad because these are a bunch of misfits. Who are the Thunderbolts? It's not exactly Suicide Squad. They're not in prison. They're not forced to go on this mission. They don't have a bomb in their neck. They are mercenaries. And they all have happened to work for Val at some point in time. And Val is the director of the CIA. But before that, she owned this company that did a lot of experiments on people. She did a lot of illegal things. And she's trying to clean things up. So each mercenary that we meet has a job. Turns out the job is to kill another mercenary. That's how they end up together. They don't kill each other and they survive, but even then they are not trying to be a team. They're not like, hey, let's team up and go stop Val. They understand that they are kind of broken, and they joke with one another and talk about each other, and that's how we get a understanding of who these characters are. Because if you missed an MCU movie or you haven't watched every TV show, you might be wondering, like, who are these people? Who is John Walker? Who is this Captain America guy? And they talk about it real quick, like, hey, he was Captain America very briefly, killed somebody in public, then he kind of went off the rails. That's John Walker, wrapped up real nice. So everybody has those moments where they're dropping quips on each other, and you understand who they are and what they've gone through. In the movie, it's the most like superhero movie I've seen in a while. It's not about mastering an ability or coming together for the greater good. It's about mental health and depression and being alone and talking about things you don't want to talk about. So these misfits, they do survive, but they're all about survival. They don't want to go after Val. They're like, we need to leave. Bucky ends up changing their mind because Val, with all her testing, she had someone pass the test that she didn't even know about. And that's where Bob comes in. And Bob is very important. Played by Lewis Pullman. And he does a fantastic job. It's something about his eyes. Just focus on his eyes. When you're watching him, he just, like, Yelena really feels for him when they first meet. Just because he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know how he got there. And as the movie goes on, he starts to get an understanding of his abilities and his power that he has as Val's sentry, because she wants to create a new hero and be in charge of this particular person. But when Bob and Yelena talk, you can see that something is missing in him. And then as his power grows and he becomes more of the sentry, his eyes definitely change. And he just puts on a great performance. And Yelena is the star of the movie. She has chemistry with everyone that she comes across. Her and John Walker go at each other back and forth. When Bucky comes in, she kind of understands, like, Bucky is a big deal, but she still is at the forefront of this quote unquote team. She has the best chemistry with David Harbour, Red Guardian. He has the most comedic lines because he wants to be a team. He's all about marketing and branding, but he's a good father to her. And he is the one that motivates her to do the right thing. He's the one giving the speech, to, be a hero and do the right thing. But these guys, they are broken, and they are there for one another on a human level. And they are there for, like, that's what the movie is about. It's not about this big fight in the third act where everything is blowing up. The action is there. There's good set pieces. It's not a bunch of CGI. But when they get into it, when it's hand to hand, it's really well done. The comedy is really well done. But by the end of the movie, it's like they are there for a human, for a human being. It's not about destroying something. It's not about blowing something up. It's a different type of superhero movie. It's a fun time at the theater. I'm not going to be the one, oh, the MCU is back. It never left. But I will suggest watching this movie on the big screen. I think you will have a good time. Even though you don't know all the Thunderbolts, by the end of it, you're going to be like, oh, that was really good. Even someone like Ghost, who we seen in a previous movie, but we didn't spend a lot of time with, I thought they did a good job with her. I thought her character, she didn't have a lot to work with, but by the end of it, I was like, I like her. I enjoy seeing her fight and using her abilities. I enjoy her dynamic with each of the characters. Someone like John Walker, who in the TV show, you kind of hate him, but in this movie, you're like, he talks a lot, but he's good. He's not Captain America, but he's a decent US agent. It's a good time. Bucky is not in it a lot, but when he's on screen, you're like, he just has it. He has that charisma. When he comes in on the motorcycle, you're like, oh, this guy, he's the man. Like, all the characters, you're gonna fall in love with them and enjoy them and have a good time with them. It's a fun time at the movies, and that's what you want to do when you go to the movies. You want to have fun. So Thunderbolts, definitely go check it out on the big screen. It's a lot of fun. I don't know where I would rank it. I'm tired of ranking MCU movies after every movie, but it's really good. I would like to see it again. But those are just my thoughts on Thunderbolts. If you watched it, let me know what you thought about it. Who's your favorite character in the movie? I really enjoyed Bob. Honestly, he was just such a great character, a different type of character, and I thought they did really well, with his dynamic with mental health and everything like that. And even talking about like drug use, he's a very compelling character. But again, let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.